Let's get this party started. Woo! Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing today?
We're Two Peas in a Pod
19.
19. I'm Gigi.
And my name is Harry.
And who are you?
I'm Shannon. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to be making an apple rose tart today with these lovelies.
Very nice.
Welcome.
Welcome very much. She's our first guest.
Our
First guest. Yes.
Yes.
I'm
We're
honored.
excited.
So honored.
All right. Well, today is called Appetizer Day. So, like Shannon said, she is making her apple rose tart. I am doing, well, before I say what I'm doing, because mine is very complicated. Harry, what are you making?
I'm going to be making this little quick appetizer. It's called bacon crackers. Only 6 ingredients. It'll take about 15-20 minutes to make.
Okay, here we go. I am making a brie pastry cheese appetizer with buttered, oh my goodness,
Buttered
brown
almond.
buttered almonds.
Brown buttered brie. Say
It's,
it 5
it's
times
complicated.
fast.
It's very
Brown
easy
buttered.
to make. It's just very hard to say.
Right. But it's very tasty, though.
Yeah, it's very
good.
tasty. It was a great party pleaser on Super Bowl Sunday. There
Yes,
was
it
nothing
was.
left of it, so yeah.
That's a good sign.
I know, right? So we are glad to have you here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to have Harry make his appetizer first because his is quick and simple. Then I am going to show you how to do mine because mine is really quick and simple as well, just hard to say. And then we're going to have Shannon do hers because it's a little more, you got to place the apples just right. So let me take down the sign. Let's get this started.
Okay.
And welcome aboard. Thank you. So
It's
we
boogie
got
time.
a little tight quarters, but we can make it work.
Definitely.
I'll just...
Okay, so what we're
So
going to
can
start
you give a
with...
shout out to your...
Oh, yes, please.
So if you guys love vintage clothing, you can follow my page, When in Rock. It is, that's where I go and sell all my vintage clothing and thrift finds, so I love secondhand, and that's When in Rock at Instagram.
Okay, sounds good.
And then follow us
Follow
Twopeasinapod19
on Instagram. And then and we'll tell you when we post this video today for the cooking show on YouTube. And then when you follow us there at Twopeasinapod19, please like us and subscribe. And we're going to get started. So here we go.
Let's rock and roll. All right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to be making bacon crackers. So basically what you want to do is grab some of these little Townhouse crackers. They're perfect for this appetizer. And what we want to do, actually before we do that, you want to spray your rack here so your crackers don't stick, right? So we're going to take like 5 of these and place them on just like so. Okay. And then we're going to take just a strip of bacon and put that right on top
Just
of it.
one strip.
It's all that's needed. Well, nothing
Stack them
works
up.
better
Stack
than
'em
bacon,
up.
but
The more the merrier.
More the
Yeah,
merrier.
right.
Let's stack them up.
Alright, so we're going to put those on like so.
Mhm.
Alright. Bye-bye. And then what we're going to do...
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So if we say I couldn't eat bacon, like
Okay.
I don't eat bacon.
Okay.
Can I use ham?
You can use ham, you can use turkey, you can even use turkey bacon if you like.
There's
Yeah.
also vegan bacon.
Vegan bacon as well. You know,
Perfect,
if you're
yeah.
going healthy with this, yes, you can definitely use those, right? Okay, so now I got my bacon on top, and what I got here is just like a half a cup of brown sugar. And what we want to do is just put a little bit on top, just to cover your bacon. Because once this bacon melts down, it's going to give it a nice little crust on top of your on your bacon there, right?
Oh my god,
Just a
I can't wait
little
to
bit
smell
there.
this once it starts cooking.
Mm-hmm. Smells like apple pie and Thanksgiving all at once,
Yeah.
you know, but it's nice and easy, right? So
And I'm guessing you can use gluten-free crackers too if you
Mhm.
can't have
any kind of healthy
wheat crackers.
alternative you can find, you can definitely use those. Okay, now that I have that on there, I'm gonna put a little pepper,
Ooh.
just a little shot, just a little kick, right?
Mhm.
Okay, like so. And just a
I
little
love
bit of
pepper.
salt.
I always over pepper everything.
I love pepper. Everything works good with pepper. Just a little salt, just a little.
And he's using sea salt.
Right. Now,
I
if you-
use Himalayan in my kitchen.
Me too, I
Himalayan
love
sea
Himalayan
salt,
salt.
yes.
Or Himalayan would match your shirt.
Yeah.
and also, if you want a little heat, I like to put a little cayenne pepper right on top of
we
there.
love heat.
Just a little, not too much. If you can't stand the heat,
Get out of the kitchen.
Don't come in this kitchen, right? Just a little bit. You don't want to go too crazy with it. And then what I'm going to do at 425, I'm going to put it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, and just double check it and rotate it just to make sure your brown sugar is nice and caramelized on top of it, and your bacon is kind of sitting in one place, right? And that's pretty much it.
All right,
Girls.
we are done. So I am up next. Harry's gonna put that in the oven, and I'm gonna start mine. Mine's really quick and easy. So I'm just going to get my I have a pan somewhere. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, while she's doing that, oh no, she's back. Let's get it.
Okay, I'll spray it.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's okay.
I
All
can
right.
pass.
This is gonna go real quick. So I'm just gonna use this. I'm using canola oil. It's a spray. So I'm just gonna spray one baking pan. Want to spray it really good. And then you need. This is pre-pie crust. You get 2 in a pack. You can get them at any local grocery store.
It's ironic we both kind of needed apples and pie crust for our dishes today.
Yeah, and mine was frozen because I actually stuck it in the freezer instead of the fridge. Not gonna be able to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I'm confused.
I put mine in the freezer, my Kaido, and I forgot to take it out, so it is frozen. I can't actually wrap it.
You know, you can set it maybe in the oven for a little bit to thaw it out, and I can start mine.
Sure,
apple
we're
tart.
gonna switch because I can't do mine yet. So I'm so sorry. We're gonna switch. Remember, this is bloopers. So here we go.
So for the apple roast tart, they're really good for an appetizer or a dessert. Super easy. I pre-prepped these already, but I'm going to show you a little bit of what we do in the process. So what you're gonna need is apples. You can use any kind. I prefer to use the red ones because they make them look a little bit more like roses. And so apples, and then phyllo, or how do you pronounce it?
Phyllo, or you can call either one.
Phyllo. Potato. Or you can use pie crust to make it more of like an apple tart, like a pie. And then I use plum jam. You can use apricot jam, or if you want to spice it up a little bit, you can use lemon curd for like a little bit of a more tart feel. And then I do a little bit of pie seasoning with nutmeg, cinnamon, and I have that right here. And then to finish it off is some powdered sugar. So what we do is we cut our apples here. And when you cut them, you're going to cut them in half. And then cut them in half again. So we're going to do quarter apples. And when you cut these apples, to make the petals of the rose, you want to cut them really thin. And so I'm going to cut them super, super thin. And I'll kind of show you. So this is what it looks like before. I don't know if they can see. And then...
You know, if you had a mandolin, that can actually make it speed it up a little quicker too.
That's the one thing I was looking to get at Wegmans today.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very, very thin.
Paper thin.
Yeah, paper thin. I mean, not super, super thin, but yeah, paper thin. So she's just gonna
Cut those.
show you how to, like how to cut them, and then she did some that she's gonna end up wrapping in the dough.
So what we do is we heat up some water, and then we just toss those in the pot, let them sit with the warm water for about 5 to 10 minutes. And like she said, I do have some pre-prepped ones here. So when they get nice and soft, you can kind of see they're more flexible. And what I do is I just place them, layer one on top of the other on the phyllo. And I will give you a close-up one right before. It helps sometimes if you have a little cloth to wipe them down.
Do you want paper towel?
That's fine. I'll have a nice gooey feel to them. Perfect, thank you. I like mine a little bit more on the gooey side. It's really good with ice cream. I actually made them for Liz with ice cream one time.
Nice.
And she loved them, so I have a good feeling about these, that you'll love these. So I'm just going to show you, make one and show you guys real quick. So layer them in a row across the phyllo. And I put the plum jam on, and then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of that pie seasoning on top.
We are learning. I've never done this before, and it looks really good.
And I'm not a baker. I'm impressed
not
with
a
this.
baker
I'm
either.
very impressed.
I'm not a baker. I love cooking, so I thought let's do something different. And this is like super easy. So I take sprinkle a little bit of that pie seasoning. Again, it's got cinnamon, nutmeg. It smells.
Yeah, it does. Awesome.
It smells like Thanksgiving. So I'm just gonna show you guys.
Yeah.
You can see them kind of rode across there.
It'll look bigger when it's on the video.
Oh,
Yeah. And then we fold the phyllo rectangle over those little layers of apple. And then starting on either end, we just start to roll them into a little rose. Thank you. You guys are such a big help.
We try.
Teamwork makes the dream work. I told you.
And then,
Oh,
as you can
that's
see,
fine.
they're cute little roses.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
I'll put it in that pan here so they can kind of get a better look. I lost an apple.
We'll get them.
So that's what it looks like a little rose.
Yay!
And then, so we continue to do the process. You can make this into a larger pie or just the little tarts.
Okay.
Okay.
Also remember to spray your pan, which I did not.
So it'll be in a sticky situation.
Do you think that you're...
So I'm gonna have her do one more.
Yeah.
While my pie crust is warming up a little bit.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's perfect. I like to do this with, like I said, the thinner pieces because they're more malleable. Is that the right word? Malleable.
Manageable, and,
Yeah.
and they'll cook evenly too.
Yeah.
So the thinner the better, but not too much so they dissolve inside your pastry there.
And when you're cooking this, you want the oven at about 450 or 425 for 20 to 30 minutes. If you want them to be more gooey, then I would say 20 minutes. If you want them to be a little bit more with that crispy skin on the outside of the apple, I would say 30.
Yep.
But hey, whatever's your game, boo-boo.
Whatever floats your fancy, you dig? Love it.
This is very hot, so we can.
Okay.
I'm so excited for you guys to try this. It's a fun one and like super easy.
And the presentation to it is actually really good.
Yeah.
You'll be like, you think you went to somewhere to Paris and had them make this for you, you know?
Little Paris
Yeah.
tarts. And I like to finish off with that powdered sugar like I mentioned in my ingredient list, just to sprinkle some on once they've baked. And if you sprinkle them on, it's a little too big, they have this really pretty aesthetic. So again, they're all lined out and you layer them one on top of the other. Can't forget my seasoning here. The main attraction. So yeah, I made a plum jam that was actually made by a friend.
Okay.
And she made the plum jam from scratch, and I'm super excited to try it because normally I use lemon curd, so this is going to be a little bit more of a sweetness to it than that like tartness.
I wish you guys could smell this. This is like, yeah, right?
like on our garlic days, we're like,
Yeah, it's something. Something's going on
I
here.
know. One time we made the cauliflower steaks.
Yeah.
And we put like a garlic crumb like herb thing on it, and oh my goodness, everything smells so good in here.
I'm gonna put a little bit more on because it's just.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
It's
Little
just
bam
that
bam.
Perfect.
Can I show them a close
Oh
up?
yeah,
Yes,
she'll show
please,
you close up.
So here's
Yeah.
my little roses. Aren't they so cute?
Very nice. Well, while these ladies are doing their thing, I'm going to give a quick little shout out. 1 second.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, this goes out to the boys Mod B basketball team. I told them if they won their last game, I will give them all a shout out on our show. So let me start with the names. We have AJ, we have Sean, we have Billy, we have Nick, Joey F, Joey P, Chris, Ty, Mark, Logan, Ben, Alex, Mason, Jake, and Drew. Guys, congratulations. Thank you very much for that good win.
Yay!
Right? There you go.
Congratulations, guys.
Sorry we couldn't have you here, but we could not fit all those people in this.
There's 15 young men, too. So
Keep killing the game.
good
Keep
job,
killing the
guys.
game,
Very
guys.
good job.
Okay, finally, I'm ready. Oh
She's
my
ready.
God. I'm ready. Okay.
Everything works out.
Everything does. Thank you for that suggestion. It did work. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this brie appetizer. I have the pre-made dough. I took it out, had to spread it out a little bit. And then I just bought, this is a medium, it's buttery, silky brie. You can get it any grocery store that sells
How do you pronounce
cheeses.
that? Camembert brie?
Camembert. Camembert.
I'm not
Brown
gonna
butter
embarrass
brie.
myself. I'm not gonna embarrass.
I'm having trouble the whole day saying anything with
But in layman terms, it's brie cheese.
The coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
brie, gooey.
Brie
Yeah.
cheese.
Oh, I love cheese.
Mm.
I
So the
love-
brie is in a package. I don't, they come in different ways, but this one is in this. So you don't want to cook it with the package wrapper on it. You want to take it off,
You know,
Okay.
whole different taste.
and you're left with this. This is the brie. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're just gonna place it on top. Now I took a cookie sheet. I did spray it with the like the canola oil, whatever you use, coconut oil. They come in different sprays.
Avocado.
Well, not me.
Olive.
But. And then what you do is you're just gonna wrap it. Now because this dough didn't really come out so good, but it's okay. I just can give you an idea. You're
So
gonna
you can flip it to
Yeah.
the top.
You're gonna wrap it up, and then you're going to flip it. So when you flip it, kind of make sure it's all covered around. And you don't want to make it perfect, round. You want to kind of make it look a little like rustic looking
Mhm.
because you're going to pair it up with other things. So
Make
after,
it aesthetically pleasing.
yeah. So after this part, you take an egg and scramble it up. And as you know, I always use my little brush. You're just going to take a brush and you're just going to do an egg wash all around it.
Wash it real good.
Yeah, I'm washing it.
It's gonna get nice and golden with this egg wash on it as well.
Yeah, it's nice because when it goes in the oven, so I'm going to cook this on 425 for about 20 minutes. You don't want to overcook this. If you overcook it, what's going to happen is it's going to get solid. You don't want that, the cheese. You don't want the cheese to get solid.
It'd be like
You-
a hard rock.
You want that cheese.
Or like
gooey,
a pudding,
very
like
gooey.
No.
you actually want it to stay runny inside. So when you cut it open, it kind of oozes
Thick.
out, and then you're able to dip with it. So I'm gonna stick this in the oven. I got one more thing to show you, and then we'll be all set.
Now, Gigi, quick question. When, for our viewers who are new to cooking, what does an egg wash do?
For me, I use an egg wash because I think it makes the dough look a little more like
That rustic look. It browns it a little bit
yeah, it
more.
browns it. It
Yes.
gives it a little more color. Kind of.
That's kind of how they make pretzels and stuff. They brown them with an egg wash.
Yeah, I think using the egg washes really livens up the color of the dough.
And even the flavor too.
Yeah, and
Sure.
I think like sometimes even I want to try it on bread. I know that people
Oh, yeah.
like make bread. I make bread, and I always put like
Homemade bread?
yeah.
Homemade is
bread.
I'm gonna have
delicious.
to
It
come
is
over
very
for
good.
French toast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I make homemade croutons too.
Oh, nice.
All day.
Okay, so the second part of this, we have to make our brown buttered sauce.
Mhm.
So what I've
Brown
done,
butter.
Brown butter, right?
brown butter? Did I say brown butter?
No, you said brown butter. I'm just repeating
You're
it
good.
because
No, you're good.
it's a tough one.
I'm not doing so
Brown
good
butter.
today. Okay. All right. So what I did was I took one stick of butter, unsalted butter. You don't want it salty. So I did one stick of butter and I put it in a saucepan. Now this one I've already started to melt. You don't want to over brown the butter because if you do, it'll get burnt tasting, and we don't want
I
that.
don't want
Now I have slivered almonds as well.
I love almonds.
Me too. And these are healthy for you.
just snack on
The
them
butter-
throughout the day. Yeah.
Butter's not too healthy,
But
but
it's unsalted butter, so it'll give you
Yeah.
a little edge.
now if you also can use like pecans,
Oh yeah, any kind of
walnuts. I mean maybe if you can have
cashews,
almonds.
pistachios.
Yeah, you can put whatever you want. Be creative.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, so I'm just gonna put the almonds in here, and I better turn my stove on. That's gonna help it. All right, so we're gonna throw the almonds in here, and I throw in maybe about a half a cup because you want a lot of almonds in there. Okay. On the side, so while you're waiting for this to get brown, on the side on a tray, you wanna and I bought these. Now I do make homemade bread, and I usually cut it up and make little baguettes out of it. But this time, for time's sake, I didn't do that. But my grocery store that I go to, Wegmans.
Hi, Danny.
We love Wegmans.
Hey, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
They sell these already pre-done little baguettes.
Oh, they look incredible.
I
Is
know.
that what kind of?
They're
Poppy?
multi. There's
Oh,
poppy
sesame.
seed. There's sesame
Oh, look at
seed.
everything. Is there everyday one on everything? Oh, those look nice.
Yeah, they're already pre-done. Now these are a little harder than like if you made if you
Regular.
baguette bread or whatever.
Right.
But it's okay because I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do with them. All right, now you're gonna need 1 apple, or depending on how big your tray is, you might need 2 or 3 apples. You're gonna slice them up. They don't have to be super thin, but not too chunky. You're just gonna make slivers, just cuts out of them. Okay, and then when it's all done, you're gonna need about maybe half a tablespoon of, I'm using rosemary today.
Fresh.
Yeah, fresh rosemary. You can use whatever herb that you want.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
You can go with basil
rosemary.
too.
Yeah,
Basil would be a
basil,
good
whatever you
call.
want.
Ooh.
And
Yeah,
that's just
that-
gonna be for, for just to look at. Now this is starting to brown up a little bit. And like I said, once it's browned and your pastry is done, then you're gonna pull that out of the oven. You're gonna set it down and you're gonna drizzle this on, you're gonna set it, I'm so sorry. You're gonna take your pastry and you're gonna move it over to your appetizer tray.
Right.
And then once it's on the appetizer tray, you're gonna take this brown butter sauce and you're gonna drizzle it on top, and you're gonna put it on the baguettes and the apples, because you just want the whole thing coated. Then take your rosemary and drizzle it on top. So I'm gonna turn this off because we don't.
Nice and brown.
Yep.
The brown butter.
Yep, don't go
Yeah,
too
it's
far
brown
with
butter. So it's it's already cooked, and we're just gonna set it aside so that it doesn't burn.
it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right. So now we've showed you what we make,
Yep.
and as you know, we pre-make things. So we're gonna plate our food, and
Want me to start?
we're gonna taste test real quick.
Oh, let me start. I'll start it off. I'll
All
start
right.
it off.
All right. So he's gonna put his on. We're gonna do yours with powdered sugar.
Yes.
So put yours right here.
Perfect. Is it okay if I just
And
stand
that's
right
our fun little oven.
It always seems to talk to us when we don't want to talk. Look at this. It always looks good.
So it helps to have a little sifter when you powder the sugar. And this is more for aesthetically, to make it look pretty. And then just tap, tap, tap. These are really fun to eat for dessert with ice cream.
Now I'll get a couple plates for us.
There we go. Oh, those look really nice right there. Leave that right there. Okay. You want to hand me that? I'll take that, Julie.
Oh, I'll just set it right here.
There we go.
They're
Oh,
so
those look so
sweet. They're so cute.
That is it right there. Look at that.
That's the tart.
I love them.
Let's just
Keep
set
that
it
butter
right
right
there.
there.
All right, let me get some plates.
Okay, let's have a little snack, a little nosh before.
My favorite part of a party is always the appetizers. As far as the menu goes, like I am an appetizer.
You kind of pick, and if you pick a little bit, you'll be full after a while.
Oh
but
yes. And at my family parties, no one ever goes hungry.
that's the best way to do. That's the best way to be. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, look at those.
I was wondering where her apples were.
Yeah.
Do you need? Oh.
Look
So
at
we're just
that.
gonna set the apples here.
Now, when you eat these, do you put the apples on the, or do you use them as a scoop as well?
I use them.
You can do both actually.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can
I
actually
use
do
them as
both.
All the
to
above.
scoop the cheese out. What's also good about this is when you do the apples, I pre-do the apples and I put them in lemon water and I stick them in the fridge so they don't brown. And I did these apples. I cut them up early this morning, so they didn't brown at all.
Yeah, they look great. Mine definitely brown, but you kind of want that with the.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good
Yeah.
start.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Nope. Yeah, I gotta find my cheese. It's all right.
It's over there.
All right, look at this. this. All right, here we
Okay,
go.
so let's show everybody our close-ups.
Okay.
So this is.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh wait, I gotta drizzle it. I
Do
forgot.
the
I
drizzle. Drizzle that brown butter on the brie.
So this is the brown butter. Hard to see a little bit, but this is the brown butter. Now all I'm gonna do is just take it and drizzle. Yep, you got it?
Yep, there you go.
It's hot, so be careful.
That looks amazing.
Okay, I'll show you this really quickly. So this is the brie. It's inside the pie crust, and there's apples, and there's the baguettes there, and then I drizzled everything over it. All right, Shannon, show yours. We're so excited.
Okay, so there they are.
It's okay.
Sorry.
They're so
Look how
cute.
pretty they are.
Beautiful. They're
Those are
like
beautiful.
little roses.
I paid $3.50 for one of those.
I'll pay $4. Okay.
Well, you get them for free, you guys.
Yeah, there you go. And here is our bacon crackers. Nice and easy, nice and simple. You
Yeah,
eat about
that's good.
3 of these here. They're really addictive, and trust me, you will enjoy. Okay, guys, are we ready to dig in?
All right,
I'm
so
ready. It's so
let's make up our plates.
Can I serve you, ladies?
Little
ready. I
knife.
don't think I've ever been more excited to try appetizers.
I know.
And normally I'm very excited about trying appetizers.
Here,
so-
you can place the rose apples on there. Just be careful, that's the only burner. It's hot. Here, Lola. For you.
One for you. One for Harry.
Thank you. Oh, look over here. Oh my God, this is
I was gonna say these are such cute little rustic treats.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're having like small company, like if you're just having maybe like this, 2 or 3 people over, and you just want to make something a little special before dinner, these are great choices to use. So the brie, once I cut it open, this one is a little, it's still gooey, but it cooked a little bit because it sat for a little bit. So let's.
Who's one to carve it? Oh, you already got it
I'll
carved.
have you. I'll dip some this for
Look
you.
at that. It's melting good too.
There we go. So it looks really good.
Yes, I'll take that.
Yeah?
Yes.
And then I will. Do you want apple or baguette?
Me?
Yeah.
Can I have one of each?
Yeah, sure.
Actually,
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Woo!
how lovely.
Make sure the cheese stays on it with a little bit of the crust too.
Yeah.
There we go.
The crust is very
Perfect, yeah.
perfectly browned. She
Mhm.
perfectly browned that.
And we'll do the
Pie
apple.
dough.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh.
And once again, the smell. If we can create smell-o-vision, it would be right in this kitchen right now. I'm telling you.
And we'll give you apple with
Yeah, I'm
a little
good.
bit.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just gonna take a picture while you guys are scooping.
Oh, yeah.
This is too pretty not to.
Perfect like that.
It's not catching here. Hold on. I'm breaking your apple up here.
That's all right. That's
All right.
perfect. That's perfect. I'll make it work. There we go.
All right, and then I'll do my plate really quick.
Mhm. Did you get some crackers? Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna grab a little cracker. And what's nice about it, you can just take that cracker and just dip right in there.
Mhm. You can use them as like little spoons.
Mhm.
Spoon it.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. All right, are we ready?
We are ready.
I'm gonna try the crackers first. What are you guys gonna try?
Ladies.
Everything.
Everything all at once.
Try everything, right? All right, we're going in for
I have
the
a
brie cracker.
my works over here.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
Mm.
I got the cracker first.
I'm going for the apple.
Oh my
That is
goodness.
really good.
I'm glad I came hungry.
I have to be honest. I got this recipe from Valerie Bergnetti.
Okay.
I was watching Food Network,
Mhm.
and she said that this brie appetizer, she served it to Food Network when they came over to see her, and it was a hit. And when I saw her make it,
Mhm.
I was like, I gotta do this. This is awesome. And it is. It's very good.
It tastes Paris, like it's from Paris or
Paris.
something.
Yeah.
It is so delicious.
I
Very
feel like
good.
all of our appetizers pair really, really well together.
All right.
Let's try
I'm
it.
saving Shannon's for last
Like
because
a
of
dessert.
the
Yeah, it's got it. Yep.
So I'm gonna try this bacon biscuit,
Bacon cracker.
bacon cracker.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Mmm,
Oh yeah. This here
addicting.
is very much.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
What do you
very
think?
good crowd pleaser.
That was the first one I went for.
Oh my
I
God.
love bacon.
And brown sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Okay,
They're very they crackle.
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna start a little factory, and Harry's gonna make these all day
I'll be the
long.
Baker Keebler.
Oh, wow,
How we
these
know
are
we got it?
delicious.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now the
Harry
piece
said
of
the lion on
resistance.
it.
I'm so excited to try this. It's so pretty. I don't want to eat it,
I know,
but
I don't
for
want
the
to
sake of the show, we have to make sacrifices, and
All right,
I'm
let's-
sacrificing this.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Mmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
With some ice cream, vanilla.
just enough cinnamon on it. It's not overpowering.
It's an apple pie in your hand. It's
Mhm.
a portable apple pie. Instead of going for that big
You
thing,
can eat it while you're driving.
you can sure can.
Cup
really
of
good.
coffee, driving and steering.
Mm-hmm. Really good.
Wow, that is amazing.
Guys,
I'm glad you love it.
this was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Really, this is good.
Mm.
This, and I love apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. I have to have another piece. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm. I just wish we had the ice cream with us.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you guys, making these three simple little appetizers, you'll be a hit at your party. Believe me when I tell you. Mm-hmm.
Everyone's gonna wanna take you home and marry you.
Mary.
I'm single, so hey.
I got my Choochie at home. She's my goldfish. She's
Yeah. He's got a goldfish and I got a cat.
I have a chinchilla.
Oh, yeah.
And a baby, so.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Well, folks.
All right. Well, you got another shout out.
Actually, I do. This shout out goes out to my chef, Kurt, DJ. He's the chef at my restaurant called Pub 235. It's in Webster, right in the village. And he also has a full catering service as well. We've been doing 20 years of culinary service. So if you want to reach him, you can contact him at 585-489-2315. Once again, that's 585-489-2315. That's for Chef Kurt. Does an amazing catering service for birthdays, parties, graduations, and whatever you feel.
I'm going to give a quick shout out. I went to a great restaurant, breakfast. I went for brunch. My friend Fran and I went yesterday, and we were on East Avenue at 320 East Avenue with Morgan's Cereal Bar. She has cereal, like, I couldn't believe how many different cereals she has.
Right.
But she also serves regular breakfast, like eggs and bacon. I had some cream of wheat, which with almonds and everything on it was really good.
Can you build the bowl up with different sides and things, berries?
Yeah.
Nice.
So at the bottom of her menu, she's got like berries and bananas and all kinds of things. So we had one of the owners, or one of the persons that works there, his name is Sam. He was a really great guy. He came over, very welcoming, asked us how things were going. It was very busy, so it was a little bit slow yesterday, their service, but that's because they were so busy. So you have to check it out. 320 East Avenue, Morgan Cereal Bar. Is
I love
a
it.
nice
Very
place.
nice,
Yeah,
very
nice
nice.
place. But other than that, I think we're ready to
Thank you guys
close
so
the
much.
show.
We're good.
Oh.
It was a big success.
Thank you very much for
Thank
being
you,
on here.
guys.
Once again, it's our first guest.
Thank
First
you.
of many more, but we'd like to christen it just like this with this beautiful
Well,
advertising
thank you,
stuff. we have.
Shannon.
I hope I
Thank
get
you.
to come back.
Oh, of course you can.
Yes,
I hope
Definitely.
the Tart was a seller.
Yeah, no,
Awesome.
definitely. Thank you so much.
You're very
So
welcome.
we're gonna say our goodbyes, and
Enjoy.
like always, we'll put the recipe. You can always message us. Please follow us on
Yep.
Instagram at
Yep.
Twopeasinapod19,
Correct.
and follow
One in rock.
at Rock. All right,
All right, guys.
all right, everybody. Yay!
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
See you later. See you next episode.
We're out.